Hello guys, and welcome back to another episode of The Talk Show with Mariam, with me, your host. Today's episode, we have invited a special guest and we will be asking her questions asked by you guys. Give it up for our special guest, Mariam! Woo! So, the most popular question asked by the viewers is, do you agree with the people that the government is not doing well and doesn't have a feasible plan on how to protect its people and the economy against this pandemic? Do you agree? Yes or no? President Duterte has been the president of the Philippines ever since 2016, and throughout these past 4 years, it hasn't been very good. For example, the war on drugs. He said that he will do his best to remove and eliminate illegal drugs from our country. And his way of solving it was the EJK, or the extrajudicial killings. Because of this, a lot of innocent lives were being taken. The drug dealers and pushers were not the target, it was innocent people. And now, we have a new problem, the COVID-19. Ever since the first case of COVID-19 was confirmed, specifically on January 30, 2020, things started to go downhill. The virus just kept spreading and spreading. There were new cases every day. Yes, the government did in fact implement strict rules like the curfew and quarantine, but this wasn't enough. At first, flights were allowed. People can just come here and go out, which I think is one of the causes of the virus further spreading. It's because they just put the country in lockdown when the cases started blowing up. Next, we have the infamous Dolomite Sand. The president said that he doesn't have any more money to help the Filipino citizens, yet spends 389 million to fill Manila-based shoreline with artificial sand. I suggest instead of wasting money on these unnecessary things, why not use it to help other Filipino families who need it because they lost their jobs due to the pandemic, and all of those other students who need a stable internet connection and a working laptop for their online school. In my opinion, he isn't doing an excellent job as president, just like what the people said. He doesn't have a plan, an actual plan which can help solve our current issue, which is the COVID-19. He prioritizes other things that are far less important, like the artificial sand. How does it help the Filipinos? The government isn't really doing anything about it, about COVID-19. So yes, I agree with other people's opinion that President Duterte isn't doing a great job as president. Thank you, Mariam, for that wonderful answer and for joining us today in this episode of The Talk Show with Mariam. Now that all of your questions have been answered, this will be the end of today's episode of The Talk Show with Mariam with your host, me. Thank you guys all for watching. See you guys next time. Goodbye. Tulog na ako.